Hey everybody, this is Tom from Talent Guitar Works, and the view you've got right now is Saturday morning, June 7th, at the second annual Sarasota Guitar and Amp Show, and the place is packed and it's hopping. There are vendors here from all over the southeast United States. I've seen some people here from South Carolina and Georgia, and a lot of the Florida guys, and I'm kind of trying to pan to get it all in here. But the majority of the guitars here seem to be electric, which is cool. There are some vintage acoustic booths, and there's even a guy who's got some cigar box stuff going on. There's some great amplifier dealers out here from Boutique Amps, including Harry James. The admission's $20 at the door, $25 if you buy a t-shirt, and they're going to be here today and tomorrow, the 8th. So this is the show, and like I said, I've seen a lot of amazing stuff. The prices seem to be pretty cool, so come on, check this out.
Cool.
All right, this is Dave from Dream Guitars.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Dave, where are you guys out of in Florida?
We're out of Ellington.
Ellington.
North of Bradenton. Yeah,
right down the road.
Yeah, make these guitars with pretty much all American parts. You know, the finest wood we can get. You can see like this top, pretty thick. CTS pods. These are actually super Duncan. And then we use hip shot locking tuners. For the most part, once in a while we'll use Goga stuff because I like their steel. But we match that with a little retainer on the back to hold your neck in. And we got some special roasted necks. And my action, I usually set it ridiculously low because I love that. I love a guitar that plays really easy and nice. So a lot of people will raise it right away, but that's great. So these guitars play, you know, superb. So a lot of time goes into these, but you know, it's kind of a labor of love.
Cool, very cool. So if you're watching this, they're going to be up here at the Sarasota Guitar Show, second annual, at Robard Arena today, 7th of June, and tomorrow, the 8th of June. Come on and say hello.
Dream Guitars.
Dream Guitars.
Yeah, with the C on the end. Dream Guitars, just like my shirt. Dream Guitars, FLA. Florida. We make these right in Florida.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm at the Daiblo Guitars booth. These guys came all the way down from maybe the furthest you could get, except for Alaska and Hawaii. They're from Washington, Renton, Washington, and they brought a ton of gorgeous vintage guitars with them. So check them out. Their booth's going to be here today and tomorrow. A lot of background noise here, but this is a 4001 Rickenbacker. And if you'll notice on the pick guard, there's a lot more space between the end of the neck and the top of that pickup for the older models. And this one's going to be from the 70s. Let's take a look at what they got up here on it. Yep, that's a 77. So the newer Ricks like this on the 4001, that pickup is going to be within about a ½ inch of that end of the neck. All right, so this is Randy's Guitar Addict, or The Guitar Addict. They're in Holly Hill, Florida. Randy's always got a ton of really neat guitars. He's got a YouTube channel where he puts a lot of this stuff up. He does the guitar circuit. He also has a full table full of pedals out here this weekend. Alright, this Fender Precision Gold Elite bass, it's got those molded Fender active pickups in it. It's got the pickup wiring in it. This is a really cool bass. These came out in '83 and they produced them till '85. So this was a really neat guitar to see up here at the show. I'm at Winter Park Vintage Guitars. These guys are from kind of my old stomping grounds in St. Cloud. They have a ton of amazing guitars out here at the show. And right now he's playing an EDS 1275 Gibson. This was the Jimmy Page guitar from Stairway to Heaven, and he's tuning it up right now, and he's playing it through a Fender Deluxe. But these guys are out at the show. Perennially, they make that circuit, and they've got some really sweet guitars. Check their website out also. right, for all you Martin enthusiasts and old tailors, Pappy's Guitars out of Charleston, South Carolina is up here at the show. And they've got an amazing array of old Martins, Guilds. They've got an Alvarez Yari right there. Some of the old Yamaha lawsuit FG300s and FG350s. Maybe one of the most beautiful alembic guitars I've ever seen. This was a reshot by Low End Bass Shop out of Tennessee, and they got that white fade going over that translucent gray or translucent grain pattern, and it continues onto the back. Oh, he's going to flip it around for me even better. That's just amazing. And anybody who's shot a guitar knows getting that white fade, how hard that is. Hey everybody, this is Tom. I am back from Robard's Arena for the second annual Guitar and Amp Show in Sarasota, and it was amazing. The place was packed. We pulled into the parking lot like at 10:05, and there was a line out the front door for people trying to get in, and there were people toting a lot of guitar cases and amplifiers. And yes, you could bring those up and you could sell them at the show. Now what I did was I walked around and made the loop to see exactly who was there, and I talked to vendors that weren't real busy. I said, hey, when I come back through, I'm going to do some videoing for my YouTube channel. Would you mind if I videoed? I got a positive response from everybody that said, yeah, absolutely. And I said, if you're busy with customers, I'm just going to do a passive video. I won't ask you any questions. And everybody was really cool with that. So that's what we did. Now, there were a couple booths I didn't get to really do a passive video because they were just swamped. And the place filled up very fast, as you can see from the videos I have included already. And it was very successful, in my opinion. I talked to Kevin, who runs it, and Kevin is one of the people with, not Harry James, like I said in the video, Harry Joyce. And Harry Joyce was the guy that helped design the high gain amplifiers or the high watt amplifiers back in the day, and he has since passed. And they are building these amplifiers, and they showed me one today that they've gotten reverb on, which is really cool and difficult to do for something that's high gain. And they're right here in Sarasota. I also saw the guys from Hurricane Amps that are right here in Sarasota, another boutique builder. I got to talk to Tony Robinson, who's down from South Carolina, and Tony was in Charleston, and you saw a lot of his guitars. He had a lot of the old Martins and stuff up there. I got to talk to Sebastian Lago, and he is the owner of Iron Case. They're making custom pedal boards and custom guitar stands and every other thing you can imagine to help you with guitar tech work and all that stuff. It was really a cool booth. I didn't want to waste a lot of his time, but I do want to give him some props. Now, I did go to Gman Music and bought some stuff. And I got these two pick guards for $5 a piece, Fender Strat style pick guards. And they're really cool pick guards. Both of them are 3-plies. He had a table full of these, and he had other stuff too. So you should probably check that out if you're going to go up to the show. Now, we also got some all parts sprayed caps that are in the wrapper. These were $12.99 for all parts. I paid $5 from them. But Gman Music is up in the Villages. It was really cool to stop by his booth and talk to him. He was able to buy out a lot of stuff from Gibson when they initially closed down, and also from Guild Guitars. So if you need some really cool stuff, that's where you need to look. Call Gman Music. He's on eBay as a seller there. He's got his own store there. And then I went to Audio Centro and I took some pictures of some LP customs, because I've got a customer who's actively looking for an LP custom. And these guys Had some really good prices on it. They're from Greenville, South Carolina, and I put it up there. Now you saw some of the other booths that were on there. We had Daiblo Guitars all the way from Washington State, and the guitars they brought were beautiful. These were like, you know, top shelf guitars. They didn't bring any junkers down with them from Washington. And I suppose you can't if you're doing that circuit. But the place was packed, like I said. I saw a lot of the guys come in my shop were up there. I'm glad that they supported the show because we need to keep this show going. There are a lot of musicians in this area, and last year when nobody really knew about it, I got upset. I was, you know, hey, we missed an opportunity, and to keep this going and to draw more of these cool vendors down here to see some stuff. Some of the other great deals I saw at the show were those Princeton reverb amplifiers. I also saw a Fender Vibroverb, and I believe the guy had a price tag of like $800 on it. And I was like, when I was leaving, I was like, I should have bought that amplifier. Now, the Vibroverb was commonly used with like C9 pedal steel guitars and stuff, but I also know guys who played guitar through them, and they said they were really great amplifiers, just really big. But I'm not moving amplifiers around, am I? So right now I got to get back to work because I got a customer's parts in today, and they greeted me on the step when I came home, so I'm going to give him a call and get him over here and do that. So this is Saturday night, the 7th, that you're watching this, hopefully, and Sunday morning, they're going to be open for business again. So if you're in the Sarasota area, or even if it's a little bit of a drive for you, and you're looking for something special, looking for something for Dad for Father's Day, go check out the 2nd annual Sarasota Guitar and Amp Show. Tell them Tom from Talon Guitar Works. You can even tell them I told you to get in for half price. Not that that's going to help, but you can tell them that. So this is Tom saying only half my dues are any good. You got to decide which half.